back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I have a very special guest.
Me?
Hello, my sister. And today we're doing a very exciting video. We're doing a part 3 to reacting to 1-star reviews of our favorite books on Goodreads. If you want to check out the first 2 parts, I'll link them in the cards and down below. Just a little disclaimer before we get started. We're not sending hate to the people who commented these things.
Yeah, everyone's entitled to their own opinions.
We're just here to have fun. We disagree.
Probably get content out of it.
Yeah, if we disagree with the person who commented, it doesn't mean that we're right and they're wrong.
Yeah,
We're
just
just
gonna have different opinions.
It's okay. No hate comments, please. No, I don't want to start any drama. This is just for fun.
Also, our Goodreads will be down below.
Oh, yes.
If you guys want to follow us there.
Make sure to be our friends there.
Yes.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Everything will be linked down below. But yeah, so
let's get started.
let's
do
do
you
it.
want to go first?
Sure.
This one's perfect. Not silent enough. This was insufferable. I do not know why, but I hate everything about this book. I do not even understand why people like this book. The main character was horrible. His actions and decision-making process was irritating.
Okay.
This book was utter trash from beginning to end. Irredeemable hot garbage. I will never for the life of me understand how it has over 300,000 ratings here on Goodreads, with an average of over 4.
Because it's good.
I had been hoping for a cheesy, enjoyable page-turner, and I got a steaming pile of nonsense. It is without a doubt the worst book I have ever read.
This book was so dreadfully boring, I wanted to cry. My cousin insisting on forcing me to watch the movie, so I decided to read the book. I couldn't get through it. I tried, but Anne just talked on and on for pages about nothing. Just not my type of book, I guess.
It's not nothing, it's beautiful.
This was a terrible book. Nobody should read this, unless you like bad books. My thoughts on Anne will be very unpopular, but I found her to be a little annoying. She spent quite a bit of time crying, was dramatic over most scenarios. It was not what I was expecting from what I had thought of Anne as a character. Really bad, super boring, so bad that I stopped reading halfway because staring at a paint-dry wall was a better use of my time.
It's not. Just saying. This novella was almost completely pointless and the type of literature I deeply despise, in which style is supposed to account for so much. True. Ivana Humpalot, or whatever the hell the white trash damaged goods character name is, was uninteresting to the point of annoying. The only reason I read this to the end was because it was so widely read in America that I felt it was necessary to plow through it for the sake of gaining a bit of cultural literacy. She said that cultural literacy that this book hardly merits. I just didn't get this. I have never been able to watch the movie, so it's probably just me. Capote had absolutely nothing to say about American society, at least any sort of American society in which normal people make their way on a daily basis. Why does so much of our literature completely ignore day-to-day life for average people?
Wow, somebody's mad.
Literally nothing redeeming about it except that it is blessedly short.
I'm not getting my hate on just to hate. I'm getting my hate on because this book was the most painful reading experience I have ever had. A book could irritate me so much that it would result in a terrible weight in my chest. But it did. It did. Colfer's prose is cliché and redundant from the first page. His sentences are short and simplistic with no signs of imagery or depth. Instead of showing motion and action, Colfer opts to tell you what the characters are feeling as blandly as possible. We get ah and plethora of adverbs that get worse as the novel goes on. Was an editor assigned to this book? I think the editor might have been a cat with narcolepsy. Okay.
Okay. This book was bad. This book was real bad. In fact, this book was the first book I ever once started, and I did it without a second of hesitation either. And very possibly my least favorite book ever. This is it. This is the stupidest book I've ever read. This one's good. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh at these reviews, but they're just good. I'm a second away from dousing myself in gasoline and lighting myself on fire just so I never have to look at this book again. It can rot in my trash can for all I care. ACOTAR drinking game.
Oh no.
What you need, a copy of ACOTAR, an alcoholic beverage of your choice, one or more friends to play with. Seriously, don't do this alone. How it works, drink every time you read the words. A shiver went down my spine. My knees buckled. In a heartbeat later. I would never be able to paint it. Male/female.
I would never be able to paint it. Oh my god.
Male/female. Smirks, snarl, prowl, purr. Take a shot every time.
I hate purr.
Tamlin Horizon's overwhelming sexiness is mentioned.
Oof.
The word claim is used in connection to sex. Thera uses Eblaze slurs or blames her dad for being disabled.
Oof.
Bonus, finish your drinking when Thera is harassed by Tamlin Horizon, but in a sexual way, so it's okay. Thera complained about how difficult that ridiculous riddle is.
I must be a masochist. Why else would I pick this book up in the first place, let alone finish it? And it was so not worth it. To sum up my impressions of this story. What? Why? This refers to the pointless waste of an entire tropical forest on the printing of this 600 plus pager in which nothing happens. I kid you not. Well, what else did I expect from a woman who created sparkly virgin vampires? Hanging my head in shame. In my defense, here's a quote from this train wreck book. Perhaps without the lows, the highs could not be reached. Maybe expected the highs? Just teeny tiny highs after Twilight?
You know what's worse? I actually love that quote.
The sparkly book I don't speak of? Stephanie Meyer has a great ulterior motive. No, really. Make an incredibly long book filled with nothing. But no matter what, its spine will stare you down in the science fiction section of any bookstore ever. Well played. Either way, at least the premise of the host had the teeniest bit of a chance at impressing me. Souls invading a body for the lulz? This was just nonsense. Completely utter nonsense. Stephanie Meyer takes what could be a great concept and just goes to the toilet with it. Just because I've been so mopey and bored because of reading this book, I think I'll break this thing down as much as I possibly can. Because in all aspects, it's still Twilight. May not be the same premise as Twilight, but I'm still reading The Adventures of No One, Quest for Nothing. I truly think it might kill Stephanie Meyer to write a book that did not include A, weird age difference between romantic partners.
True, I forgot about that one.
B, scenes where the male love interest runs around with the female protagonist in their arms. C,
True.
love triangles. In this case, a love square.
Yeah.
D, avoidable plot points where the protagonist must be gravely injured in order to save the one she loves.
True.
And E, situations where the protagonist has to kiss both of her hot male suitors or someone will die.
True.
That was funny.
You know, now that I'm reading the reviews, I'm like, did I really like this book?
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed.
Comment down below what you guys want us to do next.
I would love to get some video
Yes.
ideas from you guys.
Because we're running out of them.
Yes. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big
Big
thumbs up and subscribe down below
below.
to be part of this wonderful family. I would love to have you here. Be sure to follow my sister on Goodreads and me too while you're there. And we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye!